Crisco, Des, and West, the After Hours podcast. You will laugh your ass off now. It's time for the podcast.
You know what really chaps my hide? Venmo. I just tried to Venmo Crisco, and they won't let me say you suck. Like,
Why don't you
in
just
why
tell
I'm
me I
paying?
suck?
I do, but I wanted other people to see it because other people can see that I'm Venmoing you money, and I sent you $15, and I wanted them to think because you suck. That's why I'm sending you $15 because I want you to suck less.
I told you I don't want
you
to suck any
less.
ducks, okay?
I want you to suck less.
I can't suck less. You know that. I just wake up with the same amount of suck every day.
Equal amount of suck?
Yeah, equal amount of suckage.
Well, you know what? Venmo had no problem me putting a little chicken leg on there.
Yeah, it was real easy, real quick.
Well, take a look at TJ's boobies. You might want to do that real quick before I shut this monitor off. I just noticed they're behind my head on the camera.
Yeah, it's the best part about your camera. And it's
Everyone's just staring at her tatas.
You know what? I'm gonna kick him out now for that.
It is weird. It is weird to see what people, because I think mine might be private. I don't know. I'm on Taylor's Venmo now because I got locked out of mine, which sucks because I have money in it and I can't figure out how to get back in it when I got my new phone. But blah blah blah.
Oh, wow. Was it a substantial amount?
I can't remember, to be honest. Oh, look at it. I love it when people put food emojis, but I'm reading and, people's birthdays, this Gatorade, somebody simply one Gatorade. And then I like when people get creative. This person paid somebody, Taylor knows, they call it the George Thorogood. Can you think about what it was for?
Bad to the bone.
No.
Who's
One
George
bourbon, one shot, and one beer.
I thought I was getting the bone because bad to the bone. My bad.
There's that too.
Does he sing that?
I don't know, George Thorogood.
Either.
Shot,
does.
one beer.
Does he?
Yeah.
Beer.
I used to have mine public, but I changed it to private because my stalker was getting to me through Venmo.
What the hell?
Was
really?
were they at least
Yeah.
Venmoing you?
No,
Oh,
no. But so I
I always do mine private.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to try to be clever with my whatever messages, but I gave up on that now.
Yeah.
Since
You're
there's
like,
no
"What
reason.
else?"
Yeah, no one gets to see my funnies.
Oh,
So.
man. These people went to Chili's. I'm sad.
Yeah, my friends
I
have
didn't
nothing
think it
very
to go.
creative. It's all like baseball payments, pizza.
I just thought about you, Wes,
Food.
because I know you won't eat these because you're lactose intolerant, but Chili's has the big mozzarella sticks,
Those big dipper
the
things.
big dipper ones.
Yeah.
They're like the huge mozzarella sticks. They just came out with apparently new flavors now. It's like barbecue.
I saw that.
It was creamy ranch buffalo, and the lady ate it. It was all over her face. She goes, "This is definitely a thick sauce. It's like Parmesan garlic." And then they do a buffalo one, and then they did the one I thought of you, the Asian zing.
Why would you waste your time telling me about that? There's one thing and one thing only at Chili's. You don't waste your time with anything else.
The quesadilla explosion salad.
I've
That's
never
it.
had it once.
Okay, well then get out of my face.
Or the chicken dippers or crispers.
Christ, okay.
Is it the chicken crispers?
You
I
know
think that's
what?
what they have there. They're
I'm
damn
done.
good.
I'm
Do
done.
not leave.
Guys,
I'm done.
I have great news.
It's you get two like steak entrees or whatever for $25 with mozzarella sticks, quesadillas, whatever at Applebee's.
Yes. And you can pick whatever you can do, like the chicken, the steak, whatever it is. And then, yeah. Okay.
But at Fridays, it's just two entrees, no appetizer for $20. And I'm like, that's the better deal. We're never going to eat all of the we don't need the $5 appetizer. That's the same cost as the appetizer pretty much is
Who
anyway.
wants
So
that?
No,
why are we
it's not. The appetizer is probably like $10.
not on
And-
happy hour? It's only $5 for the appetizers because believe me, I go to Applebee's by my house all the time now.
Yeah, you do.
But I think the Fridays is a better deal because
Well,
it's 2 for $20. It's $5 less, and we don't need the appetizer.
Sounds like a good deal, but you have to have a Fridays near you. So I guess we'll be
Yeah.
Applebee'sing it, huh?
And you
I've
have
got
to
both.
have it too.
There's a Fridays. Well, like one of the only Fridays left in Minnesota is right there in Arbor Lakes in Maple Grove.
I'm
And you
sad.
found that for me.
I did, and I drove by the one
Oh.
in Maplewood I used to frequent all the time because they had the freaking pot stickers, and they would always have like the endless apps you could do, and you could always do that. And then all of a sudden I drove by it yesterday, and it was like temporarily closed, and then it said permanently closed.
Me and you tried to go to that one.
That was the St. Louis Park one.
We tried to go to both.
Oh, did we? Oh, then we
Yes.
ended up. Yeah, you're right.
And it
Jeez.
didn't say permanently closed though. We thought temporary, but now I've confirmed it's a sad day.
Yeah,
or
buddy,
some of
the
these
one
classics.
in Maplewood is done.
Is that the one you,
Yeah.
Sammy, and I went
Yeah.
to after?
It's gone. It's
It's
there
like near
still.
by the mall.
It's there still.
It's real sad.
Oh me.
You want me to
like
hold
the
you, buddy?
river Jordan. I'm freezing. I don't know why, but
You
thank
Wanna
you.
hold? Oh, he does hold.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so now this is the kind of
Aw.
romance I'm talking about. Like Crisco, tell me, Des, do you ever just tell?
Look at little baby.
I feel like you're having no problem holding.
Do you ever just tell Taylor, just go ahead and do your thing to me, like in the intimacy realm of the world? Because it was said to me last night.
Now there's okay. Tell me how it was said to you. It wasn't like you weren't like making out, and then finally it was like,
Mm.
just do me.
We had gone from in the downstairs watching television up into bed.
Could have been misled.
Was there
Yeah.
any like flirting and like you thought maybe you're gonna get lucky?
Is
Well,
this like
as soon
6
as she-
p.m.?
It was 7.
7.
But as soon as she starts, changing and she wears like boy shorts to bed and
Yep.
like a tank top or whatever, as soon as she changes into that, she's basically naked. So, I'm already a little, hey. And then she lays down and I start like touching on her and stuff. And she's like, just do what you want. And I'm like, I need some romance in my life. Where Crisco thinks I'm crazy because he's like, what dude doesn't just go for it? I'm like, because I want to be romance. I want what you just
Aw.
did a pitch. I want Marie to hold me like a baby.
But the problem
I
is
hate to
you
see that.
also say things like, "Oh my god, that wall socket looks pretty doable." Like you just say random things. Like you would, I'm pretty sure you'd hump a Pringles can, and then all of a sudden you're like, "My wife, who I went on a sex strike with, who I constantly ask if she wants to do it, said just go ahead and do it," and I went, I need to have a little romance in my life. Thank you. I just don't think you enjoy having sex with your wife. I'm just going to call it what it is.
I
at this
do
point.
very much so.
I don't think you do.
I
'Cause
do.
I don't know. The West, I knew. I'm fairly confident would have had sex with one glove. And it could have
He
been a
had
rubber
sex with
glove. It could-
potatoes.
You banged mashed potatoes, and it wasn't like they
Stop
were like,
bringing that
"Go
up.
ahead and bring me into this."
That was he was vulnerable and
He
he,
was
told us.
39.
He
I'm
told
not
us.
sharing anymore, by the way, on this podcast because I shared yesterday how you can poop in a lake, and people are telling me I'm ruining all the bodies of water of Minnesota now.
Mhm.
I'm just not sharing anymore. But, so I'm probably going to get beat up for this.
You're ruining all the
Bodies
all
of
the
water.
10,000.
Oh, I've ruined
You know-
soiled the sanctity of all 10,000 lakes.
I've never
That's
in
a
my
lot of
life.
poop.
I mean, you heard he can turn anything to an innuendo, and somehow the one time she's like, "No, just
You know
put
what?
it in there," and
He's
he's like,
a sensitive man,
Thank
and
you.
he was wanting to be told that he was pretty and
you.
caressed, and
Thank
maybe
you.
a little kissing.
Yep.
Before he just did the thing.
"You're
Yes.
talking to Wes McCain with the main vein."
I have another T-shirt idea.
This is a legend over here, and he's over here trying to be caressed and wooed. He would have yelled at both of his sons and been like, "Be a man and just stick it in." That's what he would have done.
yeah, it's true.
Not
You
It's
tell me-
can't
100% true.
get, you can't
only
get
do
a
that-
mouth pregnant.
That's what you said. I don't know where this like soft, gentle Wes is coming
They
from.
just want every now and then you want something different. Sometimes you want a little harder than others. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you see? That's a man right there. Look at. She's
Yeah.
like, sometimes
No, but-
you just want to
Sometimes you
double
need to
up.
be. Then again, he did say he was like primed and ready. But so I get like sometimes you're just like, oh, I would like to have a little
Could you imagine if
pre-loving.
Taylor came up to you and he was like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? Doing all those things, whatever." And then you finally were like, "Okay," and he's like,
Mm.
"Not tonight.
Hard
Not
pass.
with this. No, thank you."
It's about the attitude.
But she seemed. I mean, normally
She
she,
never
just
wants
says no.
to do it with you, right? So why is the attitude? She said yes. That should be a win.
I think it's okay. Now, if Marie listens to this, I'm sure she probably doesn't.
God bless you.
Just romance him every now and then.
Thank you.
okay?
That's all I ask for.
Just romance, just a little.
Sammy's the same way, Wes.
She just says, go for it.
No,
And you're like-
she wants to be romanced, like
Oh,
you.
So
Yeah.
you don't want a romance?
No, I don't mind. But it's just sometimes like you're tired and you're like, I just like to get it in and get out. You
See,
know?
that's so piggish. That's so high school.
But what could she
Okay,
have done
Wes.
to
Time
make
and a
that
place
such a
for everything.
magical moment for you?
What's that?
What could she have done to make it such a magical moment that you would have graced her with the presence
I mean,
of your wiener?
The simplest little thing would be a little makeout, a little
Mhm.
kiss.
So she didn't even kiss you. She just turned and went, "Go ahead,
Yes.
buddy. I think you might have bigger problems than just a lackluster sex life." What did I say?
No, not you.
Okay, got it. You were just okay.
I think there's a time and a place for everything. And if on a certain day, he'd be super down with that. Just this day, he
True.
wasn't. Just like how we're allowed to also be like, one day it's fine to just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But there's another day that I want it to be
feel
a
like
long,
he's
drawn
lying,
out
though.
thing.
I could see that if Des came to the table with this, but Wes, I
I'm-
just don't believe it.
The only thing I'm going to defend her for a moment on is we did just watch 3 episodes of Handmaid's Tale right before that,
Oh, ew.
which is very rapey vibe. So she may
Yeah.
not have been in that kind of mood.
And so you still went for it. And by the way, if she had that vibe, then she's just like, just do what you want. I'm going to bed. Like, that's weird. Like, that was just a weird night in general. And why that got you in the mood?
The
did
show
the
didn't get me in the
Handmaid's Tale-
mood.
Again, like
That show
Sammy.
did not get me in the mood.
No, her changing in
changing
front
did.
of him.
Oh, that's what I mean. So if you're so like, rawr, to jump on her by changing into clothes she does every night, I just can't imagine. I know it's your prerogative. It's your cup of tea. I just can't imagine Wes going, no, thank you. No,
Well,
not
Crisco is
tonight."
saying if he has a hot chick in front of him and she's saying, I would like it, you would just,
It's-
you want it.
It's not even that. I'm just saying, like, of all people, Wes would be the one who would be like, I've known you for 14 straight months in a row, and you've never been like, you know what? I'm telling you, Marie didn't romance me.
That's what's
last
so
night."
funny is you're like, that's so high schoolish and piggish. Everything about you is high school and piggish.
That's what I mean. And this isn't knocking you because I love all
I mean,
the
it
high
sounds
school
a
and
little like
piggish.
a-
No, it's not. But it's
What?
so
What? Not
funny
at all.
Because you'll sit there and you'll be like, well, that was on, what's the website? That has all
Urban
Urban
Dictionary.
Dictionary. I'll tell you what, Snake in the Drain. That's on Urban Dictionary. Honk,
should
honk,
look that
ooga, ooga.
But
Take
he's
it to
just
drain.
being a
He's like our
silly
radio
boy.
Al Bundy. And all of a sudden he's like, I just want to be romanced once in a while.
Maybe it's my time of the month.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that a funny joke?
No, I'm being serious. Like
Like,
we tend to menstruate with our women. And I know Marie, like she gets a little crabbier at me. What? We don't actually
not
have our period,
physically.
but we get emotional once a month too.
Mhm.
And maybe it's her because our cycles probably match. And maybe I'm just a little emotional right now. Like I was sending all 3 of my kids like very lovey-dovey text messages yesterday. Maybe it's just my emotional time of the month.
You know what? I didn't. You know what? Today I learned that you get emotional.
Look
And
at
the only
that.
time that you usually get emotional is by sweating from your forehead. So I didn't. Were you sweating?
I mean, no,
Well-
I don't think.
Okay. I just, this is a new side of
Guys.
you. So I'm sorry. For 14 months, I saw the same thing. The guy egging
Sidebar.
people on in the hallway and all this stuff. And now he's like, I'm emotional.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
3 of us, not Wes. He can't hear us.
You want me
He
to
did-
kick him out of the room?
Remember, he did this last month, not about the sex, but with his kids when he was sending them those memes saying, I love you. And
That's right.
I'm so like all these things. They're like, dude, what's wrong with you? Are you dying?
Yeah.
Remember that? So it is once a month. So we need
I'm
to support
sorry.
him.
I just-
Let's
was
mark
really-
it, guys.
I was gonna
Stick it
say,
in your calendar right toward the end of
Towards
each
the end of
month.
the
Yeah.
month. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a little bit,
You
you know
can
what?
see
I was
how I was
feeling a little
confused, right?
emotional earlier this week. I think and then Crisco, you were acting emotional today, and so was I.
Dude,
What did I-
yesterday
I
was a
think-
tough day for me.
You guys, we're all on the same cycle. Okay, ready?
Wait, no.
One more.
I apologize to everybody listening, not Wes.
But you need to
No,
apologize.
I'm
and
going to
he said-
apologize to
okay,
him,
you
but
will.
like, I did not. I never.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
Here we
ready?
go. Back. Wes,
Hey,
I am
buddy.
so sorry, buddy. I think
Hello?
you are deserving of being romanced to the bone.
And we think that we all might be on the same cycle because also feeling a little emotion and a little crabby in a dumb way for absolutely no reason.
Me too.
Meanwhile, while you guys were talking, I looked up snake in the drain, and it's actually drain the snake. It's when a girl has to pee and she's trying to be funny like the guy. She's like, I'm going to drain the snake. She doesn't have a snake.
That one's not that good. Though.
I know, but that was in there.
Yeah,
He
I
told me to
thought
look it
you
up.
referenced it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you looking up. I
Yeah.
thought like that would be a better one.
I
since
just thought
it's
it would be
snake in a
better, yeah.
drain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you just had to pee.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Look up Brokeback Mountain on there. Don't look up Brokeback Mountain. We know what it is.
Wes-
We've seen the movie.
Such a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
Mm.
I would
Damn.
like to give you a compliment.
Yes.
For
Wow.
it was a couple weeks ago, but I was sitting in that studio during the show thinking, gosh, my favorite thing about Wes, I think, is like his sense of humor is so immature, but so funny. Like And you are. The stupid jokes you make just so naturally is like a 17-year-old high school kid. And I love it about you. I miss my little brother. Yeah.
I also
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop here.
No other shoe to drop. I
No,
would
I
like
mean
to
it.
tell you.
I'm 100% every douche dude that has the testicles on the back of the big old truck. Like I make the same exact jokes and I
And
get
they're
it.
beautiful testicles.
Thank you.
You have the most
you
beautiful
seen
truck testes I've ever seen. I haven't seen his actual testes.
I saw his truck. I didn't see any testes on
I've
that.
seen his testes. I'm the only one. And they are magnificent.
Beautifully shiny and shaven.
Not
You
saggy.
give shaven ball
Nope,
vibes
they're
for
tight.
sure. Oh no, I can't say vibes. Sorry.
You're
You're giving balls.
Doesn't every dude in 2025?
I hope.
Yeah, totally.
You don't shave your
I
junk?
haven't seen my junk since I was 12.
So it's just a big old bush of
It's
leather.
not a big old bush of love, and I kind of lean
Wow.
into like a scissors sometimes once in a while. Just to
You
try to
go
get
down
into-
there with scissors?
No, gosh, no.
No, in all
He has
reality,
me do it
Can I have
sometimes.
you look later?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
He
Yours
does
are
have me.
shiny,
It's a
right,
weed-
Pitch?
It's a weed whacker.
in all reality, do you manscape?
Yes.
How often?
When was Reagan in?
It's like the 80s.
Buddy, you were a baby. I like it's a little weird how you said that.
Bush. Oh, the first. Oh, that's hypothetical. The first Bush. The first Bush is since I've had Bush. And then I shaved periodically during the second Bush. And then now all hell broke loose down there.
Now you're in the Jenna Bush phase.
Does it always correlate with a woman in your life?
Yeah, it's usually sad. It correlates with the woman that's not there. So that's
So,
like,
so if you think there's a chance somebody is going to be all up in that,
then I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
hold on one second. Somebody grab this part of the fat fold, and then you grab this part of the
stop
fat
it.
fold.
I am being
lift
serious.
up and be like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr."
Are you guys getting what I'm getting? Which
The
is
icks.
probably it's
The
not.
icks.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah,
I'll
it's,
pull my pants down right now.
I've already
on the
seen
camera.
but then again, his little poop shoot was
I love that
was
she
really
tried to
clean.
coat it very nice.
Your little shoe
She's like, his little poop shoot by his
She was
butthole.
getting ready to say a different word.
Yep,
And then he
That
said
was a
poop.
nicer way to say it.
It was very clean back
Even,
there.
yeah, it seemed very clean, but I
Your
mean,
little fart box seemed quite delicate.
My teeny tiny little box of farts.
Pristine.
it's big buck.
Oh, it is.
Did she just catch you on a good day? Or is it typically
Could
that-
you imagine every other day there's just dingleberries and like, oh God, please don't be a dingleberry. Please don't be a dingleberry. She's like, you have the cleanest one. I'm like, what? I was more shocked than she was. I'm like, no way. Should have been like a half a sandwich back there.
We brought up fart box. I had a softball team once, which our team was called Tongue Punch the Fart Box, because it was great. Because when you looked up the schedule, it was like the Spartans are playing Tongue Punch the Fart Box.
Dude, it happened in my league too, in a fantasy football
Oh my
league.
gosh.
Somebody, I don't know if their family member was or they were. It was like a person who was on the internet and they joined the league.
Yeah.
And their team name was Up a Cripple. So when you won fantasy football, it would say you beat up a cripple every single time. And at first, I'm like, well, wait a second. Oh, cool, I won this week. Who did I beat? I beat up a cripple. Oh no, I think that's his team name.
Because it comes down like with confetti.
And
when
it
you
goes like, you beat up a cripple. I'm like, no, you can't say that.
That's terrible.
It was terrible.
Clever.
My dad also being crippled, I could laugh at it. So I was always like, oh my God. But every time, so then it'd be like, you got beat up by a cripple. Every single time if you lost, it was like, oh.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's the creativity in
Mhm.
in fantasy football names
Yeah.
is insane. Like sometimes you'll get a team in there, but that was the one that made my day forever.
That made my life.
Oh,
That's
that was-
hilarious.
I don't think we're getting better than that.
Mm-mm.
I think
Like-
we could probably wrap it up.
You're all done after that?
I mean, what else can we even add at this point?
I mean, nothing that our bosses would be proud of.
Or
That's every
families,
show.
or kids,
Yeah.
anyone.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, toodaloo. Thanks for hanging.
Beat up a cripple.
Crisco, Des, and West, the After Hours Podcast.
After Hours.